All right, guys, today we are going to start researching your questions that you came up with yesterday in your KWL. Okay, so the reason why we did this KWL is to get a really good focus on what you're really curious about with your project. Okay, now I didn't mention this yesterday, but in order to find this document, you're going to go to your Google Classroom, your science Google Classroom, okay, with me, and you're going to go to the classwork tab, okay, and it will be under science project research, okay, that's the title of this assignment, so it will be in your classwork tab, okay. So from your KWL yesterday, we're really going to take a look at those questions, and that's going to help us research, okay. So I'm going to use my example that I've been using on my topic of NASA, okay. So let's say I'm starting my research, and maybe one of my questions was about who currently is in outer space right now, okay. So I'm going to click on this link because this looks like a really good link for my project. Okay, and it's going to take me to this NASA website. Okay, and I'm going to scroll down here. It looks like there's a bunch of different tabs I can go to. So there's a ton of information just on this one website. I may be able to find almost all of my information on this one website right here. Okay, this might answer my question. Find out who is on the space station. Okay, so I'm going to click on that and see where it takes me. Okay, so it looks like Expedition 63 right now is in outer space. Okay, so it says the Expedition 63 crew is on the International Space Station. Crew members are from the United States and Russia. On April 9th, Chris Cassidy, Anatoly, that's a tricky name. I'm not even going to try those names, arrived at the space station. They launched from a country near Russia called Kazakhstan. They went in a Soyuz spacecraft. Not sure if I pronounced that right. But this gives me a lot of information on what I am wondering about. So, if you remember our research notes back from Colorado Day, let me go back there. Okay, you're going to copy and paste the source here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that NASA station website. And whatever link this is up here, I'm just going to copy and paste this. And this is to help you too, because you might want to come back to this website and you might want to research even more. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste that link right here. And then over here, my topic might be Expedition 63, since that's all the information I learned about. Okay, so I would type Expedition 63 over here. And then maybe I want to type in the names of the astronauts that are in Expedition 63. Okay. As I kept going here, it also told me a little bit about their expedition. It told me what spacecraft they were in. I might want to include that in my notes. It looks like it goes into deeper detail about each astronaut. So maybe I want to list a fact about each astronaut. Okay, so it's really up to you what you find important enough for your science project to do this. Okay, if you're doing a science experiment rather than a research project like I'm doing, you might want to research on the best way to do your experiment. If you are doing an invention, you might want to research inventions that have already been created that are similar to yours. Okay, so invention probably will have the least amount of research along with experiment. If you're doing a research project or demonstration, you should have quite a bit of research. Okay, but it really just depends on what your project is and how much research you feel like you need. There's not a specific amount of research that you're going to need. But just make sure you have enough information to do your project, okay? You might find that you start your project and maybe you come back to this research, okay? And then one really important thing to mention, Mrs. Hartman's going to be teaching you on ways to take notes, okay? But remember, we never, ever, ever copy and paste information from websites onto here. So if I went here and I copy and pasted this and I put on my note-taking document, that is a big, big no-no, Okay, you need to write it in your own words, and that's not copying this word for word. You need to just read it, think about what you just read, and summarize it in your own words. Okay, so just make sure there's no copy and pasting going on here. You can copy and paste the link here. You can even copy and paste the heading if you'd like, but definitely not over here. You're not copy and pasting information. Okay, so like I said, if you are doing a research project or demonstration, you're going to need quite a bit of research for your project. If you're doing an invention or an experiment, you might not have a whole lot of research, and that is okay. Okay, there's not a specific amount of research you need. You just want to make sure that you have enough research to start your project. Okay, so another important thing I want to mention is these research links up here. All of these links are awesome science websites that should help you with your topics. There's also Discovery Ed on here that has a lot of cool information. Here's directions on how to log into your Discovery Ed account. World Book Online is a great website. You can get a lot of information from Newsela articles. So if you use the search tool on Newsela, you can find a lot of kid-friendly articles at your level. And then for ebooks, you can check out an ebook on your topic. Okay, so in order to do that, make sure you're signed in with Google. And then Kiddle is an awesome research tool for kids. Okay, so it's a search engine just like Google, but it's made for kids. It has articles at your level. Okay, remember Kiddle or Google is not a source. So please do not put google.com here or kiddle.com. Okay, it should be the actual website that you click on after you search on Kiddle. Now, if you choose to use Google and you tried using Kiddle first, please ask your parents for permission, okay? You need to ask your parents for permission to go on Google before you start searching on there, okay? Just because at school we have a nice filter that filters out any bad articles for us. At home, you might not have that filter. So please make sure you ask your parents first and you have their permission before you go on Google at home. All right, guys, that is all the information I have. We are going to be working on research for the next couple days. So if you need to refer back to this video tomorrow for a refresher, go ahead and do that. But this is how we're going to be starting our research notes. Oh, and one more thing before I let you go. Each time you start a new source, make sure you put it here. Okay, so if I went to a different website, let's say I went to, let's say I found an ebook, I'm going to link that ebook here, or just maybe write the title of the ebook and then put the main idea and the details there. All right, let me know if you have any questions on that. I'll see you guys later.